Hi there, welcome to Browsify. In today's video, we're diving deep into how to set up your Shopify store to make your business run smoothly. Whether you're fine-tuning your brand's details or just learning the ropes, this video is all about helping you get the basics right. If you missed our previous video where we covered signing up for Shopify and getting familiar with the admin dashboard, make sure to check it out. It's a great starting point. But for now, let's jump straight into the setting process and get your store ready to roll. Alright, let's dive into the general section. This is where you set up the foundational details for your Shopify store, basically the stuff that makes your store official. Let's break it down step by step. Let's take a look at store details. This is where you tell Shopify who you are and what your store is all about. In this part, you can click here to start edit your profile store. This pop-up show. Store name. Type in the name of your store here. Make sure it's the exact name you want people to see everywhere on invoices, emails, you name it. If your store is called Store for Men, that's what goes here. Phone number. Add a number customers or suppliers can reach you at, even if you don't get calls often. It's good to have one here for credibility. Store email. Drop in your business email address here. You'll need an email that's professional because Shopify will use it to send you notifications. You shouldn't use your personal email here. It's just better to keep things separate. After fill in your information, simply click Save button to continue. Now it's time to add your billing information. This is where Shopify knows your store is physically based. Simply fill in your country and address information here. Next, store defaults. This part is all about customizing your store to fit the local or international standards you're working with. In currency display, if you're selling globally, set this to USD. Most customers are familiar with it, and it keeps things simple. Unit system, choose metric system if you're selling in regions like Europe. Go with imperial system for the US and other countries that roll with that system. Same with the default weight unit. Choose pound if you want to sell inside the US. If your primary market is in the US, set time zone to Pacific time so your store matches up with American shopping hours. One note here. Shopify does let you accept multiple currencies if you have registered Shopify payment. So that's something to consider if your audience is all over the map. In the order ID settings, you can customize your order numbers by adding prefixes and suffixes. This is especially useful if multiple stores are fulfilling orders in the same location, as it helps you easily distinguish orders from different stores. Don't forget to hit save to save your settings and avoid hassles later. Alright, let's move on to the next section. Let's talk about plan. This is where Shopify helps you decide which subscription works best for your business. Currently, as you can see, we're on the basic plan. This version allows you to explore Shopify for just $1 per month for the first 2 months. Previously, the basic plan allowed you to add up to 2 staff accounts. However, Shopify no longer offers this option for the basic plan. To add staff members, you'll need to upgrade to the $7 to $9 per month plan, which lets you add up to 5 staff accounts to collaborate with you. For beginner, you can consider upgrading to one of the 3 main plans. Basic $29 per month. Perfect for beginner. Shopify. $7 to $9 per month. Better transaction fee discounts. Advanced $209 per month. For scaling businesses with 15 staff accounts and even lower fees. The reason why you should update your plan when you are able to is about transaction fees. If you're scaling and need additional staff or are hitting high sales numbers, moving to a higher plan makes financial sense. To switch plans, simply select the best option for your business and confirm your subscription. Once you've completed the process, you'll unlock more features tailored to support your growth. That's the rundown on plan. In billing section and users and permissions section, there is nothing to adjust here. So payment is where we are going next. Alright, let's talk about one of the most important parts of setting up your store payments. This is where you make sure you can actually get paid when someone buys something from you. If you're just getting started, PayPal is the easiest and most beginner-friendly option. It works internationally, so you're already set to handle global customers. First, go ahead and set up a PayPal business account if you don't already have one. It's free and pretty straightforward. Once you've got that done, connect it to your store in the payments section. When someone buys from your store, the money goes straight to your PayPal account. Super simple. You can add other payment method by click this button. Search for payment method you want to use. Click Install App and then follow the instruction the app gives you. Shopify supports various payment methods like Visa, MasterCard. If you've got an US LLC or your business is registered in a supported country, you can unlock Shopify payments. Shopify Payments saves you money because it cuts out the extra 2% fee Shopify charges when you use other gateways like Stripe. Plus, it supports tons of payment methods, including things like buy now, pay later options, which can really boost your sales. Shopify will also handles the payment process for you and sends the money straight to your bank account. Using Shopify Payments means you're keeping more of your hard-earned money, especially as your sales grow. If you can set it up, do it. Quick tips to keep in mind. Avoid using virtual credit cards when entering your billing info. It's best to stick to real cards or PayPal. Double-check all your payment details to make sure there aren't any delays in getting paid. You can always add more payment options later as your store expands. Let's move on to checkout settings. This is where we set things up to make sure your customers have a smooth buying experience and that you get all the info you need to fulfill orders without a hitch. First off, under Customer Contact Method, make sure to select phone number and email as the primary option. By selecting this option, when a customer enters their email, they'll automatically subscribe to your email list. Later, you can send them offers or updates about their orders. Super handy, right? Next, in the customer information section, I'd recommend requiring both the first name and last name. It keeps your records clean and makes everything look more professional. Now, here's an important one. Make sure you require the shipping address phone number. Sometimes customers use PayPal's Express Checkout, and it skips over your shipping fee settings. By requiring the phone number, the system will pull them back to your site to enter this info before they can complete the purchase. It's a simple trick to avoid losing money on shipping fees. Under Marketing Options, go ahead and pre-select the email subscription checkbox. This makes it easier for customers to join your email list without thinking too much about it. One thing to avoid: don't go wild with custom scripts like pixels or Google conversion tracking directly in the checkout settings. It can mess things up and make troubleshooting later a nightmare. If you're not sure, use a dedicated app to handle those integrations instead. And about tips, there's a tipping option here, and I strongly suggest you turn it on. You'd be surprised how many happy customers will tip if they love your products and service. Once everything looks good, don't forget to hit save. Now onto the Customer Accounts tab. If you're not requiring customers to log in before making a purchase, you can skip this part entirely. For beginners, this isn't a critical setting, so feel free to leave it as is and move on. Next, let's dive into the shipping and AMP delivery settings. This is where we'll set up the shipping options that customers can choose at checkout. But before tweaking the shipping part, we need to configure markets and locations to make sure your store knows where you're shipping to and from. Step 1. Set up markets. Go to the market section first. Since we're based in the US, your primary market will already be set to the United States. But if you plan on selling internationally, you'll need to set up those regions too. Click on International Market in the Overview section. Then hit Edit in More Action drop-down right here. Add the countries or regions you want to ship to. For example, you might want to sell in Canada, Australia, and select countries in Europe. Once you've added those, hit Save. Step 2. Adjust locations. Now, head over to Locations to confirm your fulfillment center's address. If you're dropshipping, your location might just be where you're running the business, which is fine. But if you're shipping products yourself, make sure your warehouse or fulfillment address is added here. Step 3. Back to shipping and AMP delivery. In the General Shipping Rates section, press the three-dot menu and choose Edit Zone. Make sure all the markets you've set up earlier are included here. Here's how I recommend setting up your shipping options. Free shipping. This should always be available. It's a big draw for customers. Set the price to 0. Fast shipping for faster delivery. You can charge something like 5.67. Random numbers like this feel more realistic to customers than something like 5.99. Insured shipping. This is your premium option, covering both speed and added security. You can set it at 8.42 once done. Hit Save and these options will now appear at checkout. Remember to talk to your supplier beforehand to make sure they can handle these shipping methods properly. For taxes and duties, you can simply skip this section if you don't plan to charge any taxes. On these tabs, you can see our video about how to install app and domain for your Shopify store in the description below. Alright, let's talk about policies real quick. Policies are crucial for your store as they help build trust with customers and ensure a professional image. Key policies like refund, privacy, terms of service, and shipping are essential for a smooth shopping experience. You can refer to similar stores or use ChatGPT for help in creating comprehensive policies. Shopify automatically generates privacy and terms of service, but you'll need to write others like return, refund, and shipping policies. Add these directly in the Shopify dashboard under Settings, Policies, and they'll be linked to the checkout page and footer. Steps to set it up: choose the policy you want to add content. Paste the policy text here. But in this video, I will simply use Shopify's built-in template by clicking this button. For example, you can double-check everything to make sure it sounds good and represents your brand. Hit publish and you're done. Having them set up properly means less confusion and fewer questions later on. Plus, it helps you look professional and organized. By now, you should have a clear understanding of how to set up your Shopify store setting for efficient e-commerce operations. I hope this guide makes your Shopify setup process smoother and gives you the confidence to fine-tune your store for success. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Browsify. Tap the bell icon so you're always updated with our latest tips and tutorials. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.